In mid-1993, Nintendo and Silicon Graphics began working on something called Project Reality. In 1996, named for its 64-bit CPU, which powered its 3D capabilities, the Nintendo 64 was released. Time magazine would go on to name it the Machine of the Year in 1996, as the N64 would change at-home console gaming as we knew it forever. I'm James Hockenjos, and this is the top 10 video games released for the Nintendo 64. What is up, everybody, and welcome to a new concept we played around with a little bit last year, but now we're going to revisit the situation. It's the top 10, and we're doing top 10 Nintendo 64 games. We got Anthony Alessino, Bryan Castiglione, Jack Hockenjos. We have an interesting perspective on the list as Jack Hockenjos, born 2002, after the release of the Nintendo GameCube in 2001.
Yeah, I didn't think
A
about
little
that.
bit of a lapse there.
I didn't think about that until right now.
A little bit of a lapse, and neither
because
did I.
I'm going to tell you right now, I told some people about this top 10, and everyone is like they're ready. Like, this is the one.
Oh, I'm ready to piss
I mean,
some people
yeah,
off.
there's going to be...
Oh.
I sent a ton of controversy. I mean, nobody knows anybody's list, right? So ahead of time, right? Nobody's looked at it. So I sense a ton of controversy. This basically kicked it off, just so you know, Jack. Like, this basically kicked... Like, Sega, that was pretty good. You know what I mean?
Well, so this, I believe it's the 5th generation of gaming. And its direct competitors would be the PlayStation 1 and the Sega, not
Really?
the Dreamcast, the
Genesis.
Sega, no. Forget what it was called. No, it wasn't Dreamcast, GameCube. I forget the name. Someone look it up, because I can't. But anywho, yeah.
So that was that came out with
away.
PS1?
Well, it came out in 96. I don't know what year PS1 came out, but they're considered the same generation.
Oh, but that's got because it was probably Sony's
PS1
first.
might have came out like 98, 99.
It was probably Sony's first game. You know what I mean? Like, so first like platform. That's why it came out so low. But there's no way. Let me see. I'll look at PS1 releases. But anyway, yeah, I think this is going to be a good one. I do.
Yeah, I'm definitely jazzed up about it. I've been thinking about it for the last couple of days. I've rehashed the list.
Was it Sega Saturn?
Sega Saturn.
Yeah.
Yep. I knew it was
PlayStation released in 94.
94. Okay.
PlayStation, not PS1.
Wrong.
Well, I guess PS1
Yeah,
and PlayStation. Yeah,
PlayStation,
same
yeah.
shit. Yeah.
So yeah, we were both super wrong. PlayStation came out before this by 2 years.
God, I N64 is so great. Anyway,
so these obviously aren't rules that everyone has to follow. This is just my opinion about what makes a game good, a video game in general, but also
okay.
Number one, it's got to be fun. Obviously,
That's
right? Pretty simple.
That should be in everybody's rule, but go ahead.
Number two, easy to pick up but difficult to master, meaning gameplay.
Okay.
Number three, replayability, because the Nintendo 64, for all of you youngins out there that might be listening, this is before, there's no Xbox Live, there's no PlayStation Network, there's no internet. The internet is only a year old, really, at this point, right? 95 is considered the birth of the internet.
Yeah. There's also no dual analog at this point either, so it's one single stick. No dual analog on PlayStation.
It's
either.
also the first analog though, because Super Nintendo and Nintendo was just D-pad and buttons.
Yeah,
it's the first analog stick.
Interesting. Yeah. Okay.
And I believe the very, very, very early days of LAN partying, which LAN, local area network, essentially when you hook up multiple games together offline to play together. And I think you'd really only see this either if you had a lot of money or like tournaments and shit, right?
I mean, I never had it.
Like
I never had it either.
Like the only time I ever saw a LAN network for Nintendo 64 is like when you look at the old tournaments back in the day.
For like GoldenEye?
Yeah, like all kinds of games.
I mean, I remember the Rumble Pack.
I got Rumble Pack info in
the memory, the whole nine. Yeah, I remember that.
And then the expansion pack eventually they released because they needed more RAM because the technology outgrew the system. Do you remember the expansion pack?
You had to put it in the back.
The front.
The front. Dude, think about that. Think about that. You could never, in a modern day system, well, not never, but I mean, for the foreseeable future, can you outperform like the PS5? Like a game
Outperform the
yeah, well,
processing speed.
No
Yeah.
way. No way.
It's essentially a computer.
I mean, you saw the new game, Elder Ring.
yeah, it's cool.
Looks sick.
Yeah,
Is
it's
that,
sick.
is that an Elder Scrolls game?
No, it's a
it's
Dark
not.
Souls game.
Dark Souls.
It was written by the guy who did Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
Gotcha.
it's getting tens across the board apparently also.
It looks sick. I'm probably. Gonna
I don't
to
have
pick
the
it up.
patience to play it yet, so eventually, but it's one of those games where like
But it's not
you're
online.
grinding.
Well, I don't. It is online,
is
but,
online,
but you know what I'm saying. It's meant
yeah.
to be a.
it's a role RPG.
yeah.
Yeah.
MMORPG.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Massive multiplayer
Yeah.
online. And so the whole
Is that what it is?
my whole
It's
point
either or.
in bringing up the LAN is the replayability of the game. If the game doesn't have if I play through it and you pick it up, put it down, you blow through it in 3 days, it's not a high valuable game in these days. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So replayability for me has a lot of value, and it shows on my list.
Okay, I'm okay with that. What else you have?
That's all I have before we get into I
Okay.
have. So I know Jack had. Go ahead.
No, well, I just honorable mentions come first, right? They have to.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
have to.
Actually, before that
Yeah.
comes, before the honorable mention comes, which I know Jack had one of these. I don't know if you two do or don't. That's
No.
fine. The dishonorable mention. Here comes my dishonorable mention. All right. Trigger warning. Any and all Mario Party games.
dude.
Any and all Mario Party games that have ever existed on the Nintendo 64. Mario Party is kind of a lot like Flip Cup at the party, right? It gets everybody involved. Everyone's like, yeah, I guess I'll do it. This might be all right. But at the end of the day, the only person who really is having fun is the one guy who insisted everyone do it in the first place. And you do it way too long.
It's a remarkably accurate metaphor.
It's a good meta. It's a good metaphor. It's a great metaphor, even. But like that was a very that game was one of a kind, in the sense that
It's a board game in a video game, dude.
and that's one of a kind. That's something that you hadn't seen before. The mini game, something you had. Now, I'm not. Listen, Mario Party's biggest fucking gripe is that no matter what, if you're in fourth, you're getting handouts. So it's like, and that was, we'll get into that, but that was also Mario Kart's biggest gripe. Like, you're not catching a fucking spiked blue shell unless you're in last. So it's like, it catered to
It's like
losers.
free play, dude.
It did. It catered to losers. You
It's
know what I
like
mean?
free play, bro.
So that was like, that's the thing. That's the only thing that pisses me off about it. But whatever.
Well, allow me to capitalize. Mario Party 3, go fuck yourself. You suck. All the other games are better than you. The first Mario Party was better than you. The second one was even better than you. And you just suck.
What's the
I'm
beef?
sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say you
What's
better
the
have
beef?
some.
Game boards for or maps, so to speak.
You could call them
sucked.
boards because it's a board
it is
game.
it is technically a board. Boards sucked. Just mini games were not good. Everything about the game was not good in comparison to what the first two brought to the genre itself.
Okay.
Game was a massive letdown, and when I played it on my friend's N64, because somehow miraculously a kid my age had an N64 too, which I thought was crazy. Point being, we wanted to play Mario Party 3. That game sucked. We all said it sucked. Go fuck yourself, Mario Party 3.
I
Specifically,
like that he's
Mario
looking at
Party
the camera
3.
even though he's off camera.
He's off.
I love the
He's,
energy.
he's
Go
off screen.
fuck
man. He's
yourself,
so
Mario
mad.
Party 3.
It's all about the
Yeah, I mean,
That's
listen,
So I meant to.
I don't feel strongly. Well,
I like Mario Party. It's
I-
not on my top 10.
I
can
feel
tell you that.
strongly about one game like he does. One
Really?
game.
What game? 'Cause
No,
I didn't have.
no,
like,
that I like it,
Oh, that you like it? Okay.
but none anywhere
'Cause Tom
near
was
that
like,
I hate.
have a couple, and I'm like, I couldn't think of one.
The
that I
dishonorable
liked enough
mention.
to put it as a
I wouldn't
dishonorable-
fucking play it. Like for me to dishonorably
haven't
mention
played
it.
This
a
seems
Mario
more like a
Party
personal
game
thing.
since like Nintendo 64 was the console. Like once GameCube came around, no, I'm out over it, dude.
I mean, I get it. Like, I get it. You know, there are games that are solely meant to just suck the life out of you, the soul out of you, and your wallet. Mario Party, yeah, that could be one of them. Super Monkey Ball,
If Mario Party,
Super Monkey Ball,
Super Mario Ball.
Super Monkey Ball. Everybody, for some reason, everybody owns it. Nobody fucking plays it.
never, not once.
I mean, everybody has it though. Everybody here knew what the fuck it was,
Yeah.
but nobody fucking plays it. So that's the thing.
Was Super Monkey Ball on Nintendo 64?
No,
yeah,
but
GameCube.
GameCube. But
Yeah.
I remember it being like, well, this is hot garbage. What is everybody fucking excited about? Like, whatever. It is what it is.
So I meant to preface this before. Jack obviously comes post GameCube's release, but he is my brother, so me and my brother Will grew up with it. We had the Nintendo 64. It almost never went away, maybe for a few short years, but it was always accessible.
It was.
Like
It always
could always
smacks.
get to it. Get a little round of something
So,
or other in,
that was like my first big gift ever from Santa Claus, ever. Like, I remember it. I still remember to this day how they hid it and how they presented it to me.
Mhm.
I still remember. It was already set up in the cabinet. And there was a note that said, Santa left one more gift, check the cabinet, blah, blah, blah. And it was already set up. So, like, for me, like, it's got a special place.
Yeah.
Like, it has it.
I had a PS1 first. I didn't
Wow.
know. Well, so I had a PS1 first. Before I went into kindergarten. Then I wound up going to a babysitter right around the school from where I went, and I saw N64 for the first time, and I was like, I don't know what this is. So I played that pretty much any time I was there. Wound up getting one for Christmas months later, and then pretty much from then on, I just bought everything I played at my babysitter's house, and then could play it whenever the hell I wanted to.
Right.
Yeah, so I'm gonna complete the trifecta of N64 Christmas gift stories. It's one of my only 3 remaining memories from when I lived in Staten Island.
Okay,
Because I moved to Staten Island. I guess summer '98, right after I turned 5.
Okay.
So my 3 core memories of Staten Island: getting the Nintendo 64, breaking my wrist and getting rushed to the emergency room, and that's really it. Actually,
So one positive, one
It
negative.
might just be 2. Yeah.
One trauma and one. Okay.
That's about how childhood memories go.
Yeah.
Well, I
it's-
mean, like the rest.
I broke
of,
my
yeah.
wrist and I got a PlayStation or a N64.
Yeah, I mean, iconic, blown into the cartridge. Just iconic. Just
Did
absolutely
it work?
iconic.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows?
The reset
Felt like
button.
it did.
The reset button that you just smash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, my reset button I don't think survived like to Long Island. Like,
That's
I
fucking-
think it was done before that.
Man.
What do you got?
Reset button never worked on the N64, so that probably is true. The N64
Yeah,
is
well, you never made it from Staten Island. So.
yeah. N64 is my the first video game I ever console ever played was an N64 game.
Hey, how are you?
You didn't have a Game Boy?
Oh no, yeah, I don't count.
Oh,
that.
Game Boy. I mean,
Game Boy's iconic. All right, let's
Yeah, but it's a handheld. I don't consider it a console.
fair. Point being, my very first video game holds very special place in my
I
life.
guess it's high on your list.
Yeah.
You're not gonna say it, but.
No,
Well,
don't do
No,
that.
not video game. Video game console.
Oh, okay.
It's
okay.
very. I hold.
Oh yeah.
If I could
absolutely,
still
me too.
find it to
Yeah,
this day, I
I
would
mean-
still play it.
So honorable mentions, right?
Yeah, let's do it.
Go
one at a time. We'll go around this circle.
Madden 2000,
Like that.
black cartridge,
Blue cartridge.
blue
I had a
cartridge.
blue
You're right.
cartridge.
You're right. Blue cartridge.
Black
You're right.
cartridge was Madden 99, I
No,
think.
yeah, you're right. Yeah, but blue cartridge. That's
Madden
the one.
2000 blue
That's the one.
cartridge,
Yeah. Okay. That's an honorable mention.
So I don't know if you guys ever played the South Park game on N64.
No,
No.
get the fuck
Oh,
out of
it
here.
was wild, dude. It was like GoldenEye head to head. You picked characters from the game and you were
Yes,
shooting. It was
yes,
awesome.
I
The game was
remember this, but
amazing.
I never really
Honorable
played it.
mention, for sure.
So for one of my honorable mentions, I have GoldenEye because I never played GoldenEye.
Fuck yeah, dude. I love that. I love
never-
that energy.
Never played GoldenEye, but got to give the game the respect it's due.
Don't attack him. You can attack me.
I'm not going to attack him
Um,
because his argument's
Alright, so
correct. He wasn't really alive.
my first honorable mention, I gave it the old fucking half slash because these are 2 games that were arcade stand-ups that were later ported to the N64. Killer Instinct 2 was ported as Killer Instinct Gold. Mortal Kombat 3 was ported as Mortal Kombat Trilogy. Killer Instinct was it was literally made by, I think, Rare and
Okay.
in response to Mortal Kombat's popularity. The only reason I gave it instead of just giving it to Mortal Kombat 3, I have so many memories playing that game next door at the Riggio's
Yeah.
house
Mhm.
all the time.
Oh, my honorable mentions are games that I felt like
Just
wouldn't make the
nostalgia
list,
shit.
but just stuff that resonated
That
exactly
loves
with
you.
me.
Mortal,
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Mortal
love.
Kombat 3 to this day, anybody can come get the smoke. So that's my
Alright.
first one.
My second and last honorable
Oh, you don't
mention.
even have 3, huh?
Just
Alright.
2, right? and I don't even know if you guys know this game, but I mean, I didn't know the South Park game, so Cruisin' USA.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
fuck
was gonna
yeah,
put that
fuck
on
yeah.
too.
Yeah.
But I didn't know if we could put arcade games that went to N64.
I mean,
but I was definitely gonna put
I had
that on
to.
there.
Absolutely, like,
Fuck yeah.
oh, smacks, dude.
Yeah, that game
Smack.
Cruis'n USA was lit. I don't have it anywhere, but
It was there,
it
right?
was lit.
It was there. I mean, I just go on and on about how many incredible games. Like, it's just
Cruis'n
crazy.
USA is how I found out what manual cars were.
That's insane.
Because they gave
Yo,
you
that
the
happened to be with
option.
Need for Speed though. I can't even lie.
Because they give you the option, automatic
Yeah.
or manual.
That's insane. Oh, I remember. Like, I still like the. I have it still, but like the cover.
Oh, I
with the-
have it
my
still
god.
too, yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's my last honorable mention.
So my second was I know you know this, but I don't know if you know. Turok 2.
Yeah.
Oh,
Dude,
yes.
Turok was the
Fuck
shit.
yes.
That was just one of those games. Going back to the babysitter, I played that game all the time there.
Oh my
and,
god,
yeah.
Turok 2.
Turok was the.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, Turok 2
That's
was
a.
the shit.
I mean, they're both good. I mean, I never played South Park. Almost wants me to make like. I almost want to
Just
play
watch it on watch a gameplay on YouTube, and you'll be like, all right.
I get
I
it.
kind of get it. Yeah.
Can you feel the controversy in the air? Another game I really never played, but I respect its due. Banjo. I never played Banjo Kazooie.
You never played Banjo
Yeah,
Kazooie,
that's
and
sad.
that's a huge disservice to you, my friend.
Yeah, it's a good game.
It's a really good game.
Like
It's a good one.
iconic.
It
Game.
is.
We'll get into that later.
I don't have the either of the Banjo games on my list, but Banjo as a character does appear. My second,
Oh.
my
Oh, I see
second-
what's going on.
Yeah.
my second honorable mention, the third game ever released for the Nintendo 64,
A little fun fact.
Wave Race 64.
Oh.
No game really, even to this day, I mean PS5, Xbox Series X probably, but the way water moves and the way shit moves through water, ahead of its time then.
This is
still
legitimately
holds up
gonna
to
be my
today,
favorite
dude.
podcast we ever do.
I
This
forgot
is
You
it.
remember Wave
I forgot
Race?
about
Do I remember it? It's in my top 10.
Fuck
Do I
yeah,
remember
dude.
it?
Wave Race was the
Unbelievable.
You just unlocked a memory.
Yeah, that's
I
wild.
forgot I had
Oh.
it. Just
Wave
unlocked a
Race.
memory, dude.
shit. And we
Dude.
all stand up on the fucking thing in the
I
inside.
fucking
Fuck
totally
yes,
forgot
dude.
about that game.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
If you want me to give you another honorable mention, I will.
yeah. If you got a third.
yeah, go ahead.
It would be Banjo Tooie.
Great, amazing game.
Yeah, that would be it.
I don't even know if you guys will either know this game. You might. This was on. I got this with my N64. It was Star Wars Episode 1 Racers.
Oh my
God,
god,
you know
I
about
have
This game-
it.
You know about
I
this
have
game.
it.
That
Of course.
game was so sick.
Pod Raisers was a good
Yes, so sick.
I can't with this fucking.
I didn't think anyone
This
was
is
gonna know
great.
that. Holy shit.
My third honorable mention is NFL Blitz.
one. Fuck yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I had it on my
all right.
list.
Yeah.
Loved
That game
NFL
was sick.
Blitz.
I'm
Loved
okay with all
drop
of
kicking
this.
dudes on the field.
I am in love with this right
yeah, we
now.
haven't made anyone upset yet, but have no fear. Trigger warning. My third and final honorable mention: Super Mario 64.
I knew that was going to be the
dude.
third.
Here's the thing: it's a classic. It's one of the greats. I couldn't not mention it at all on this list. I said I hashed and rehashed twice. First, this got bumped from being high on the list to being lower on the list, and then eventually it got bumped to an honorable mention. The thing is, when I think about Super Mario 64, the most memorable part of that game for me is when you could fuck with his face on the loading screen.
yeah,
And if the loading screen is
That's
the most
true.
memorable part of the game, it doesn't make the top 10 for me.
I knew you were going to do that too.
I mean,
I knew it.
the controversy begins. I'm having less fun than I was 2 minutes ago,
I told
But-
you, dude.
but it's okay.
Told you.
You're right. There are memorable parts of it, and some of them are the loading screens. That's fine, but you took an iconic 2D game and then you made it
3D.
equally iconic in 3D, right?
Yeah.
It still smacked.
Yeah. Super
Like-
Mario 64 was
And
a great
I
game.
feel like that was like the bar, like the standard was set from that point on, in my opinion. You know what I mean?
What's the first game that they
Yeah.
released?
And I don't mean
By the way,
but I don't
so-
mean in Mario. I mean moving on
You
into
mean
the future of
in
like
terms
open,
of,
even like you want to call it open world.
He's talking more like third-person movement.
Yeah.
Right, but
100%.
so there is a game that's on this list that's really the pioneer in the open world game.
Yeah, well, we're gonna
But-
get there.
yeah,
I wasn't
we'll
gonna
get
say
there.
that, and that's not even on my list.
I know.
And that's the big controversy.
I know.
I
It's
know.
me too.
I
but
know.
It is what
You
it is.
guys, you're ridiculous.
It is
So-
what it is.
All right, we'll start, and I'll go first. I'll go.
We're going 10.
Yeah, 10,
10 down.
yeah. 10 all of us, 9 all of us, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
10
all
all
right.
the way down.
So I
all
will
the way down.
say, and I'll start this off as anybody who's looking for Zelda on my list is not going to find it So the controversy
Same
starts
here.
right now.
I'm just telling you.
Like
I'm
from
in the same
Anthony
boat.
and Bryan, it starts right now. I've never played Zelda. Like you said with GoldenEye, you said you never played it, but you got to put it up there. Fine, great. Honorable mentions, maybe we could say that. But I've never
Honestly,
played it. I won't do it.
My honest
opinion.
opinion is I feel like I missed out.
I do.
on playing Zelda. For
I
sure.
do. I 100%
Yeah,
feel
yeah,
like I
no,
missed
I
out.
definitely feel like
That
That's
that.
all right.
be-
I got plenty of
But
time.
I don't
for
think I'll go
Zelda,
back
so
and
we'll
replay
get
it, to be
it.
honest.
So here we go. Number 10 is GoldenEye.
Okay.
It was never my favorite game. It was never. And it was always a game of, for me, not LAN, but, like multiplayer,
Right.
high anxiety. Wasn't really that good at it, so I was always on the losing end. Never really, it was very repetitive to me, right?
Yeah.
But it has that iconic, like, anybody that says GoldenEye can remember, like, the stages and, like, understand, like, yeah, so it was different? Yeah. Did it work? Yeah. But for me, it was, like, just never it. That's why it's 10. It's
Alright.
there, but it's 10.
We're calling a switch. I'm sending it back to
We're
you.
sending it clockwise.
My number 10, developed by Rare, 007 GoldenEye.
Nice.
Okay.
I love that shit.
Here's the thing. For some reason, this game gets remembered as God's gift to first-person shooters, and the fact of the matter is that's simply not true. It's not even the best first-person shooter on this list. Okay? The Odd Job deal. Is everyone familiar with the Odd
Get
Job deal?
over it.
No.
Dude.
The character Odd
Get
Job
over it.
in
It's been
GoldenEye.
20 years.
And in
It's been 20
2018, the two developers of the game admitted that
Oh,
Odd Job
please.
felt like a cheat code, and they thought they should take it out, but they decided not to because they thought it would be funny.
It was funny, dude.
easy to
People like you
learn,
are still mad about
Easy
it.
to learn, difficult to master. What is hard about picking Odd Job, getting the golden gun, and running around fucking one
So
shot?
your
killing
10 spot
everybody?
is based on a personal gripe with Oddjob.
It's not a personal gripe.
What is
it's
the
a-
most memorable part about GoldenEye?
The open, probably the head-to-head multiplayer is probably the most memorable
Okay.
part. To be honest.
But for me, like pulling Mario's face on the loading screen, like the soundtrack. Like, yeah,
but that's
it
the
smacks.
Movie, that's not
But
the
that's-
game.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know,
that's-
but we get it. It smacks, but it's not like for me. I don't know. It
So
just
let me. I'm not done yet with the.
Oh,
so
no.
All right.
all right.
no.
replayability was a thing for me, right? This is a party game because once you play through the campaign, which the campaign was pretty good, especially ahead of its time, it was a sick campaign. That's why it's on the list. It wasn't a bad game. But once you blow through the campaign, if you don't have buddies to hang around and play with all the time, it kind of loses its value really quick. So here's my thing. When would you play this game a lot? At your cousin's house on Christmas, at a birthday party, at coach's house after a baseball
That's what I'm
game.
saying.
So chances are, if you feel very strongly about this game, you only played Nintendo 64 when you were in those situations because you didn't have one yourself, and you're a fucking loser.
Okay. Well, I just want to go off that and say I never played the campaign of GoldenEye.
It follows the movie very, very closely.
Yeah.
And I
Like,
just
two
and I
experiences.
just remember going over to a friend's house, them all playing it, another controller on the ground. I take a deep breath and I go, "Here's anxiety for a half hour, at least an hour." And here I'm gonna lose now, and this is it.
So you were just bad at it, and he doesn't like Oddjob. Is that what it is?
Yeah, I mean, it was bad. I mean, it was never. Yeah, it was never. It's not my game. It's not my like. I'm not in love with those games. Go ahead, 10, Jack.
10 for me, also developed by Rare, is Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck you.
Fuck yes, dude.
I never played it.
Fucking
Conker's
great
Bad Fur Day was lit.
game.
I have a spiel about it later, so.
Fuck yeah, he says.
Game was amazing. Shouldn't be playing it as a 10-year-old. Doesn't matter.
No way. I have a whole spiel for that game, though, so it's alright.
Conker's Bad Fur Day. Memories on memories on memories, dude.
I've
And when
never
it got
played it.
re-released, it got re-released on Xbox.
Yeah, I have a whole spiel.
Fucking great game, great memories. You fight a giant pile of shit, dude. You can't tell me that's not fun.
So I'm definitely gonna hear more
Oh,
about
it's
this later,
lit.
then,
It's a
right?
lit
Okay,
game.
all right. Okay.
Conker's Bad Fur Day, great game. Played it as a child. Love it.
Bryan, number 10.
Number 10 was Banjo and Kazooie. I don't really have much else to
Yeah,
say about it.
good
It's
game.
it's pretty straightforward. It's a fun game. I mean, that's pretty much.
Oh,
it.
we're gonna like this is
What?
nothing. It's
Well,
gonna.
I'm assuming
Banjo
you-
and Kazooie is straightforward. Does
assuming you
anyone
had it-
dislike or feel like
No,
it shouldn't be
no.
in 10?
No, not
I
at
have no
all.
problem
No.
with
All right, 9.
Yeah, good.
Well, Wave Race 64.
Yeah.
Wave Race 64.
Yeah.
Fun.
For a lot of the reasons you said, and when I was writing the list and I put it down, I'm like, they're not gonna know what this is, and I'm
Fuck you,
more
dude.
than happy. I'm more than happy. I think it was one of those games that like it was very very repetitive in the sense, right? But like you could pick it up after like so much time away and be like, damn, this fucking shit slaps.
So-
like
that
this
game
is,
was
like
sick.
you know what I'm saying? Like
somebody at home or here, maybe it's not that important. You could fact check me, but so we know. I don't know if it's on anyone's list, so I don't want to say the name of the game. But the first two games that came out at release with Nintendo 64 were Super Mario 64, and do you guys know the other one?
no,
I don't think so.
Pilot Wings 64.
yeah.
And shortly after Wave Race came out. So I think you can fact check me on this. When they were coming out in bundles, you would either get Super Mario and Wave Race or Super Mario and Pilot Wings. Because everyone had Super Mario and Pilot Wings.
You're
or Wave
100%. I
Race.
think you're 100%
So
right.
when I
and
got it,
I got Wave Race.
Mario and Wave Race.
Me too.
And I didn't like Mario really that much from the time I was a kid, so I lit up Wave Race, dude.
I think you're right,
Mm.
and you're bringing back like fucking. You're making me open doors that I'm not. We're at 9, and I'm opening up. Oh Jesus! All right, who do you got 9?
My number 9, developed by HAL Laboratories, Super Smash Brothers.
That's
Good. It's good.
Yeah,
It's a good
Great
game.
game.
That's too high.
It's a great game. That's fine.
That's too low. Let's just say that's too low.
Too low. That's
you
good.
know,
All right, look.
that's got to be higher.
No, I don't. For me, again, because like it's another party game. Like unless you're playing with friends, how many times are you gonna sit there and do it by yourself?
I mean, I've went through the
You
campaign
know?
quite a few times, and the target
on
practice,
Super
Yeah.
Smash Brothers
Yeah.
itself.
and the target practice, and the
You could fuck around with it. If
the
you wanted to.
platforms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
Um,
I'm okay with it because
okay with it
because
being a 9.
because of
Yeah.
his guidelines that he's kind of held to.
Yeah.
Well, they're it's what I look for in a game.
Yeah,
like if
100%.
if I still to this day value replayability.
Me too, 100%. Always.
It's one of the reasons the sports games are getting old.
Okay, well we
Because-
can get into that because that's
Well,
but
I mean, modern day.
My pick for number 9 was The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. That game, sick game. Game cartridge. Game cartridge was a gold game cartridge, so it already looked sick. Had like a holographic front on it.
yeah.
Great game, great replayability. I played it, I think, about a year and a half or 2 years ago, just to replay the game. Loved it. It was
There's a lot of people that say that's the greatest game.
it.
Yeah, that's what I hear too.
It is so much fun, and you can replay it so many times. Like replayability is very
Yeah,
much a
it
factor
is.
in N64
It
games.
is widely panned as one of the greatest games ever made.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So much fun. So
See now, for someone who plays Zelda, 9 seems too low.
Yeah.
I was too young to understand Zelda at that time.
Yeah,
I didn't play. That was like my first Zelda game. So like I
Okay.
didn't
And
play
it's also,
Ocarina
I
of
think,
Time.
yeah, I think you might be confusing Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time.
Well, you think both of them were considered
Yeah,
widely?
yeah.
100%. Yeah,
Yeah.
but that game just great game. Way it was played, the masks and shit in it, awesome. Everything about that game, loved it.
Number 9 for Bryan.
All right, so number 9, I have Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2. Solid game. I feel like there's really the replayability in this, I feel like if you're a person like me who wants achievements on every single map, like they want 100% everything, I mean, this is what you're looking for. Collecting the letters, getting the grinds, doing the manual challenges, getting the
Secret
videotapes.
tapes,
Yeah, like soundtrack was great. A lot of bands that I grew up listening to were from Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2. I remember a very quickly nostalgic moment of just renting it at Blockbuster, bringing it home. And I remember the first one I think was a blue cartridge
That was
for Tony Hawk's Pro
Pro
Skater.
Skater 2.
Yeah.
No,
I
to-
don't.
Pro Skater 2 was blue.
I thought 1 was blue. I think 2 was black, but I
Really?
could be wrong.
thought two was
about that.
or yellow.
No, we got to fact
No,
check.
yellow was 3.
Yeah, yellow was 3.
We have to check
Um,
that out.
But yeah, I mean, I love this game. It was huge. I learned a lot about like I just think it's funny. It was a big pop culture thing at the time. A lot of people from there wound up on Jackass. Popped in on MTV here and there just because that's what was going.
Good soundtrack.
That's what I said. Good
Yeah,
soundtrack.
yeah,
A lot
yeah,
of the
yeah.
bands I grew up listening to.
So that was 9 for you, right?
yeah,
Number 8 for me is Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2.
yeah, dude, it's
So
I mean, we
we're
could go right into
so
it.
we're
Yeah,
there, that's
yeah,
what I'm saying. So
yeah,
we're
go
there.
right into
So
it,
we're
yeah.
there, and I agree.
I'm glad we're on the same.
I
page.
agree. I agree. I have a really hard time remembering some of these stories. You know what I mean?
Those were Neversoft still at that point.
Neversoft.
Yeah. I have a really hard time
And
remembering
then I
these
think
stories.
After 3 was Activision and Neversoft. They might have always been.
So I'm gonna check, but yeah. So number 8, Tony Hawk Pro Skater
And
2.
before you go, James, just we're all on the same page here. Number 8, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2.
Okay,
I'm
well,
glad
we're
I'm-
not all.
I'm glad we're all on the same page. That's good shit.
He's like, we're not all. He says, absolutely not. Go ahead.
First, before we keep going, I meant to. Are we all charcoal gray standard? The system itself.
Yes, never had a
No
different
one
color.
had like
No.
the ghost purple one or any
Nope.
of that bullshit.
Stop.
I had a green
my
controller.
number 8. My number 8 by LucasArts and Factor 5 Gaming, Star Wars Rogue Squadron. Until the Battlefront games came out for the next generation of systems, specifically Battlefront 2, this is the best Star Wars game they've ever made up until Battlefront 2.
You're right. It was yellow. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 was yellow.
Oh,
Good call.
And
Good
it was
for you,
and it
dude.
was Activision.
It was Activision. Sorry.
Go ahead, continue.
All flight combat, like rail shooting style Star Wars shit, takes place between Star Wars and Empire Strikes Back.
Okay.
Just one of those games that we would just play nonstop. It actually came out 6 months before the movie, and Lucas gave the game developers designs for the Starfighter, the Naboo Starfighter
Mhm.
from Phantom Menace, so that way it would be in the game.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah.
Because there was no fucking DLCs.
Yeah. There's no
You gotta
DLC
sneak this
back
in
then.
All right, I never played that game. I can't get. You know.
Well, you know,
but,
Star Wars
and
guy.
that's a niche. Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
niche. 8. Oh no,
He's
8.
got his 8.
So
All right,
we're-
so
that's
we're up
it.
to me for 8.
Yeah.
My 8. All right. I don't know. This might be received negatively, or it might be right where everyone thinks it is. But my number 8 was Pokemon Stadium because I fucking love
drop
Pokemon
now,
Stadium.
dude,
You don't like
no.
Pokemon Stadium?
It's just
Really?
it's just Pokemon, which is the Game Boy game with 3D graphics on a Nintendo.
Yeah, dude.
64.
That's why you don't like to.
It's in my top 10.
Oh,
No,
okay.
I disagree.
No,
That's
Pokemon
all.
Stadium is
Well,
great.
Pokemon Stadium 2 is in my top 10. But
Same concept, but
yeah, I mean, iconic. Stop it. Knock it off.
yeah.
Fuck you,
Pokemon
Knock it
Stadium was
off,
a
dude.
great game. Did you play Pokemon on the Game Boy?
Fuck yeah.
But you
Yeah.
didn't like playing it on TV.
I mean, I played it. It just like.
But you didn't like having fun.
You didn't like doing the sushi challenge. Where you got to eat the sushi.
No,
and you
I
could take the
did.
pictures.
I did enjoy the sushi challenge.
All right.
Nobody has Pokemon Snap in their top 10, right? Because I'll
I don't
fucking.
have
I
any
don't have
Pokemon
Pokemon
games.
Snap.
I was I'll super kick somebody. That game was garbage. Anyway, I should dishonorable mention that now I'm thinking about it.
Relax.
Going about taking
Relax.
pictures of fucking Pokemon.
Jack's grabbing his hair over here.
He might.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, he really is.
Pokemon Snap was a possible. Pokemon Snap was possible for the honorable mentions. All right, let's not shit on it that much.
I'm gonna shit all over it, dude. I'm gonna take a giant turd right on
Pokemon
top.
Snap was better than Pokemon Stadium, dude.
All right, get out.
All right, no, this is
You
getting too far.
fucking kidding? me?
Whatever. Here we go.
I'm not even gonna address that opinion.
Number 7, Super Mario 64.
Okay.
All right, we went over it, right?
Mhm.
Pretty iconic. I got bored easily. I don't know why. Like even as a young kid, I got bored. It was weird.
Can I chime in because I have another game similar in the same section that we've already talked about? I have Mario Kart 64 at 7.
Okay, so Mario Kart
Yeah.
64 at 7.
And Super Mario 64 at 7.
Okay.
I figured it'd be interesting, and I figured, yeah,
Yeah.
I knew he was gonna sigh about it, so.
No. So there was only room for one kart racing game, and it was not Mario Kart. for
I know what
me.
you're gonna say. Yeah, I mean that makes sense. I'm okay.
Is it
with
7?
No, it's.
I was gonna
six.
say we're having seamless transition.
No, it's 6.
No.
Oh, okay.
My number 7 game on the list is The Legend of Zelda: Majora's Mask, the direct sequel to the Ocarina of Time. Takes place 2 months after the ending of the Ocarina of Time. Again, widely panned by everyone who matters as one of the greatest games ever made.
Everyone.
I mean, like IGN, Games Radar.
No, I
like,
know.
and
Just not me and
No,
Bryan.
you guys never played it. It's
I know.
different. But it took basic concepts from Ocarina of Time and added on it, where it gave you the masks that you'd put them on, and then you would change characters.
Okay.
Like it would turn Link into a fish man, or what, et cetera, et cetera. And the whole premise of the game was you're at this town similar to Hyrule, where the moon is going to crash into the earth in 3 days. So you have a counter the whole time, and like you can play with time. There are things you can do to save yourself time. But as that time goes on, the moon gets closer and closer to the earth. And if you fucking run out of time, the moon crashes and you lose, and you start all over from the beginning.
That's horrific.
Yeah.
I mean,
You want to talk about anxiety?
RPGs,
Majora's
baby.
Mask was full of it, dude. So that's my number 7.
Stare that moon in the face. Tell me
Oh,
you're not scared.
By the
dude.
developed by Nintendo.
My number 7, a little bit of a oddball here, but I love this game. Bomberman.
Oh, I forgot about Bomberman.
Super Bomberman was
cool.
sick.
Super
Yeah,
Bomberman was the shit. Love that game. Simple,
forgot about
easily replayable, fun with friends, fucking amazing. A lot of F's there for you.
I already went with 7, so
Here we go.
we're 6 over here. Unless you want to talk about Mario Kart 64, but I feel like
Say whatever you want to say about it. I mean,
it is what it
iconic
is.
game,
Everyone knows what it is. Go ahead, go with number 6.
Number 6, Pokemon Stadium 2.
All right.
For all the same reasons.
Yeah.
Come on. Everyone loves Pokemon.
Uncultured.
Oh, get the fuck out of here. Go ahead. Number 6 for you.
All right, my number 6. Rare, again, was developing a game that was originally planned to be an open world adventure game based around the Disney parks. Not like based on, not around. Like in terms of having different worlds, similar to the different Disney parks. And it wound up not really testing well. They decided they needed to take a well-known intellectual property and tie it to the game. And that game ultimately became Diddy Kong Racing.
Okay.
They took Diddy Kong, which Rare, if you're not aware, Donkey Kong Country is their big hit along with GoldenEye. So Diddy Kong Racing, like I said, only one room for the kart racer on my list. The reason I think Diddy Kong Racing was a little bit better than Mario Kart is because you could drive the kart, you could drive the hovercraft boat, or fly the plane. All of them had different advantages and disadvantages, made it a little different. And the balloons with the weapon system was a little bit better than just like the...
Yeah, I agree with you.
Like you said, if you're in last, you're going to get a blue shell. The Diddy Kong Racing balloons, the color of the balloon is what you're going to get. So hit the fucking green balloon and you're going to get the magnet.
Right.
You don't need to...
Hit the gold balloon.
So,
fucking dude up.
A lot of people think that as well, that the variety made it a better game.
And it had better multiplayer. It had combat modes and stuff, which I know Mario Kart kind of had, but like not in the same way.
No, yeah. I mean, I agree.
The
I
other
do.
fun little fact about that game, if you remember, originally poised as the main character of that game, despite it being Diddy Kong Racing, Timber the Tiger. The tiger from that game, if you remember playing it.
Yes.
He was one of the characters. They were all rare characters.
Yeah.
Timber the Tiger, they went on to take him to put him in another game where he would be the main character, where him and his friends would travel to a prehistoric planet. The working title for the game was Dinosaur Planet. Once again, Nintendo decided we need a stronger IP. They took Star Fox, and that game became Star Fox Adventures Dinosaur Planet, released for the GameCube in 2001. So a lot of pulling IPs coming from Rare with the development of these games.
Huh.
So the game's basically made, and they're just like, well, let's just change it to Star Fox.
Yeah, that's interesting.
My number 6 was also Diddy Kong Racing game. Electric. Absolutely electric.
So my number 6, I don't think anyone in this room has played. It's not a big Nintendo game, but I kind of ranked it here just because of nostalgia. But it's Resident Evil 2. I don't know.
You asked me about.
Yeah, because I
mean, it counts.
The only reason I count it is because I played it around the same time. So regardless, it would have been the same thing. The only reason it's so high on my list personally is the series itself wound up being something that I've been a fan of till even now.
Right.
So I felt like it was kind of dude respect. Plus, at that time, zombie games weren't really a
No,
big thing.
100%.
They kind of were putting it on the map. So, and the first one didn't hit too well. The second one wound up being the one that really put everything forward. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
No,
It was due respect,
I'm cool with
for
that.
sure.
I'm cool with that. 5 for me.
Whoa.
Hold on.
We're gonna go take a commercial break.
Taking a
before
little
5,
break.
yeah.
Oh,
No, it's all right. You weren't. Yeah, it's okay.
all right.
We're gonna
Yeah.
take a break.
We forgot to say that.
All right, guys, listen. Pat McAfee said it best. You got to look good to feel good. You got to feel good to play good. Well, we're going to help you guys look good with Saatchi di Dinero, all right? It's the finest Italian material. It's fire. It's comfortable. And we got a saving for you, all right? You're going to use promo code HAVOC for 10% off your total purchase at SaatchiDiDinero.com. Also, check them out over at Instagram at Saatchi di Dinero. Saatchi di Dinero, always authentic, never counterfeit. All right, what's up? Welcome back to the show. We're doing the top 10. We're at number 5. Do you want to take off where you left?
I will. I do. Can I?
We're asking you.
All right. There's a little bit of a break here, so now it's a little weird because you guys went Diddy Kong Racing with 6, and I went Mario Kart with 5. Here it is. Mario Kart with 5.
Okay.
And the reason why I did that, and I understand why you chose Diddy Kong over Mario Kart, and this list is not big enough for 2 racing games like that, so I'm cool with it. For me, the Mario characters were more iconic I resonated better with them. I don't really know what I mean by resonate.
No, listen. There are
They resonated with you.
plenty of the rare characters in Diddy Kong Racing that made their debut in that game
Yeah.
to set up future.
Right. So for
Like
me,
Conquer the Squirrel, which I'll get to.
right. So for me, it was. I mean, Conquer's pretty high. We're at 5 already. So if it doesn't happen soon, I'm getting a little nervous. Anyway, that's why it's 5 for me. And it is an iconic game, but playability. It is kind of a multiplayer game. The more you think about it, the more a lot of games tend towards multiplayer on this system. But that's my 5.
Going to me.
Going to you.
My number 5, also developed by Rare. When you said the other night in the group text that the real question is how many times does Mario make the list, I was like, nah. The real question is how many games fucking developed by Rare make the list.
Oh.
And the answer is 5 of mine. 5 of mine were
yeah.
developed by Rare.
Yeah.
So anyway, once again, developed by Rare, Jet Force Gemini, third-person shooter. Again, Jack was this on podcast or off?
Have you ever
it was
played this?
Off podcast.
Off
No, we
podcast.
talked
Heard
about this off the air.
Yeah.
Never even heard the game.
Neither have I.
So it was like a Space Marine type deal, and there were 3 playable characters: a boy, a girl, and a dog. And the dog, they were all in spacesuits. The dog's gun was mounted to his back, and you shoot him up, third-person shooter, light up aliens. And it was one of the first games I remember that had a co-op option. So one of the first games me and my brother Will would play together. Like you didn't have to sit
All right,
there and
there
take
you go.
turns. So
So-
Jack was talking about it too before.
Jack
He
knew
said
all
he
about
loved
it,
he
too.
knew it all,
Yeah.
all
Jet
about
Force
it.
Gemini is lit.
Yeah,
It's fucking awesome.
Lit.
I gotta look.
It looks lit.
So we're on to my number 5.
Yes,
Yep.
sir.
Yeah.
My number 5, little controversial, Star Fox.
Okay.
Love Star Fox. Never got to play it because Will was always playing it. Star Fox is Star Fox, dude. That game's iconic. I got nothing much left to say. It's
You
great.
know, I never played it.
Damn,
So maybe I feel like I missed out, but
You did.
a little bit,
no. All right, go ahead,
a
Brian.
lot of it.
Lot of it.
My number 5, we've talked about this game over multiple times already. It's Super Mario 64. I think it's a great game. I loved it. I thought the worlds were fun. I loved that. This is just so stupid, but I love that the stupid bomb-looking things barked. There was no reason
bombs?
for them to bark, but I thought the replayability was fun. I felt like it was the first game I got. I played it like crazy. I got this and GoldenEye at the same time. I don't know. There's really not much more to say about it.
There's so many spin-off on Mario that kind of stem from this, and there's like just the list goes on and on about how iconic they were, right? Like,
I think just for me, it really was like kind of like how we were saying before. It was the first open world game I felt like that I played.
yeah,
Where it was like, oh, I can go wherever.
because
There's no track where it's
Right.
like if I don't go the right way, I'm going to a door that doesn't open or a wall that doesn't
Right.
move. Like, you
So,
know.
because like a lot of people say Mario Galaxy is the best,
Oh, people love Mario Galaxy.
and I have it. Is
Yeah.
that was the best game ever made for
That's what I've heard.
was it the
GameCube.
that
Wii
was
U.
no,
Wii U.
that was
Wii U.
Wii U. Yeah.
right? They say that's the best game ever for Wii U. So they're like, and obviously there's people that love Paper Mario.
I never played
Super Mario
Yeah.
Sunshine.
I never played.
But I'm
it.
just
Super
saying.
Mario Sunshine. I was just about to say that's probably my favorite Mario game. Super Mario Sunshine.
And it
That's
all-
GameCube.
Yeah,
games, so.
all right. But I'm saying it all stems from this one, the success of this one. But I'm okay with that.
No. Super Mario exists way before this game.
No, it exists, but
Already super popular. Already
as a
dominating
2D fucking
Right, it just changed the way the game was played.
100%. And then the spin-offs. Like, we're going to make a world paper. Like, come on. Like, it'll work? If we take a 2D game,
Like also,
make it 3D, and then make it paper.
Also, Mario Kart not new for the Nintendo 64. That was on Super Nintendo. Mario Kart.
Right.
Super Mario Kart.
Yeah, but corny.
Well, it's the capabilities of the
Yeah.
fucking 16.
All right, here we go. Number 4. Ready to Rumble boxing.
Ooh, I don't know.
What?
I don't know about this, to be honest.
What, dude?
Mm-hmm.
Seriously?
Tell us about it, because I've never
Yeah,
heard of this
go
before,
ahead.
honestly.
Ready to Rumble boxing.
Okay.
I'm
All
upset.
right. Let me see.
I'm
Inside
not
of
upset.
the
I'm
top
more
5, dude?
curious.
Why?
honestly.
Why are you? Why
I
you?
don't know. Just
What's going on?
Me
What's
and my
good
dad
with-
used to play it all the time.
Okay, fine.
Right.
You throw the daddy card out right away. And now you're saved, dude.
Now that's it. I'm
Yeah.
saved,
You made it's the same way like Shawshank
Don't let him speak
Redemption,
to you like this,
dude. Stop it. I know that's the
Oh yeah,
You know that.
Yeah, I never played that
Yes,
game. Though.
I remember the Ready to Rumble games.
Oh,
yeah.
that game is okay. Let's just do it this way. You know how you said Mortal Kombat? Anybody can get it.
Yeah.
Come get it, boys. I'll thrash anybody in this game.
You
Thrash
will,
them.
because I never wasted really my
Thrash
time on
them.
it.
Dude, you're naming fucking Jet Force Gemini, which
Jet
I don't even
Force
ever.
Gemini was litty, dude.
Dude, main character, guy on the left, his name is Afro Thunder.
Yes, I remember.
All right? Butterbean was in it.
How about, yeah, I remember. It really impressed me. What's the guy on the right's name? I don't know it,
He's
but-
too cool, dude. I don't know. I don't know. Number 4, for all the right reasons, stop it. It had like a little career mode where you like worked up the ranks to become heavyweight champion. It was like all of the good in Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, which was like legitimately, I mean, everyone says that's like one of the
very
greatest,
good
right?
game, yeah.
And for that time. But now you take it and you make it 3D, and oh my God. Just phenomenal. That's in my 4. So that's my 4.
All right. My number 4, also developed by Rare. It's the spiritual successor to 007. So basically what happened was shortly after the release of GoldenEye, Rare and Nintendo lost the licensing to Bond to EA. Rare was freed up to make their own first-person shooter, which is very similar to 007 GoldenEye. This game released in the year 2000, so it's the same game engine that GoldenEye ran off of, but 3 years smarter, 3 years better. They had more ability to be creative. It's Perfect Dark.
Yup. I am so surprised. I didn't think you knew about this game.
Perfect Dark
I knew
is
Perfect Dark.
better
Yeah.
than 007 GoldenEye in every single way imaginable. The AI on the bad guys, the multiplayer game,
I have no idea
the
you
different
played
multiplayer
Perfect
games
Dark.
you can
That's
play were
mad
better.
funny.
More guns, better guns, more creativity. Joanna Dark, probably not a better character than James Bond, but everything else.
Not better than the trademark name.
Yeah,
game, as a
Someone you
video
don't
game
know is
experience.
probably not better than a fucking franchise. Like, what the
Do you know?
fuck?
Do they have like a catchphrase like Bond, James Bond?
I don't think so.
Oh,
What's her
Alright.
name? What's her name?
Joanna Dark.
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 Super dark. That's her name. That's the. Anyway, I just need to make one quick note before you continue. Playable characters in Ready to Rumble. Just saying.
Okay.
Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton, Michael Jackson,
This game aged great.
Shaquille O'Neal.
Oh boy.
Shut up.
Game
It's
aged
top 5.
wonderfully.
You got anything else to
Oh,
say? Or are we
boy.
going to Jack?
Nah, dude, Perfect Dark is far superior to 007 GoldenEye.
Oh, okay. My number 4 spot is Kirby and the Crystal Shards.
Oh, fuck that game.
played that game.
Go
Yo,
fuck yourself.
Fuck that
you,
game.
dude. Fuck that game.
That game is great. That's the first game I ever beat by myself.
Oh, so it's like a big.
So
it's
it
a big
is-
like I'm
it's
a
an
big boy
achievement.
moment.
Yeah, but replayability, you could do anything you
That
want.
game,
Mad
that game
different
was like
abilities.
medium lit. I just don't think
was
it believes
mid-lit?
this. I just don't think it belongs this high on the list. But I'm not. Don't you know? That
Medium
game-
lit to me is like I don't know.
It
All
was
right,
like
fine.
medium to like high medium.
I think
lit.
anybody would
High
have
medium lit.
fun, but if you knew this game and you played this game, it was the shit. Like this game was awesome.
Upper middle class lit.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like fucking.
Not
You
a
have-
one,
It's like 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, picket
but
fence.
not a
and-
1%. Not
And a
not
jacuzzi.
1%. Above
And a
ground
jacuzzi.
pool.
Yeah.
Above ground.
Half. It's a half and half.
Oh, that's
It's the old half.
that
and
makes it
half,
even worse,
dude.
dude. All right, I mean I
It's
never
only
played
4
it.
feet deep all the way around.
Absolutely great game. Fun. Mad enemies. Great boss fights. Great worlds playing. Just very good game for me.
All
Loved
right.
it. First game I ever beat.
Number 4 is Super Smash Brothers because it has to be Hawk and Joe's.
No,
It
it doesn't.
has to be that
It
high.
really doesn't, though.
Yes, it does. The same way that he's talking about how Mario set up all these other games, Super Smash Brothers set itself up to keep. I mean, do you play Super Smash Brothers beyond N64?
Me?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
I'm not talking about.
No,
Melee
what
or
I'm saying, though,
Brawl
is
or-
it's-
because those games are okay, that's fine. I'm not talking about what it's set up. I'm just the game itself,
Oh,
No,
No.
there's something that
which
goes
is
with
fine.
that.
That's fine.
There's
I'm
something
not,
that goes with
that's-
that
You're-
concept, the arcade like fighting game,
Listen.
where it's not like Mortal Kombat 2v2.
That's your
And
4.
they changed the.
That's my 4 for sure.
That's your 4.
Yeah.
All right. My number 3 is Super Smash
Let's
Brothers.
go. Let's go. That's what I'm talking
All right.
about.
So
Alistair.
this is exactly. So this is how I feel. I feel everything that Bryan feels, and then some. That game is a game that can be played alone. That's a game that is challenging enough on a high-level computer player that could actually keep you in it.
Yes.
That's a skill-based game in the sense that you could play someone who knows how to fucking play and get worked.
And it's also a
Lost.
game where a crowd could be watching it and still be genuine reacting to what's going on,
Right.
even though they're not playing it.
It has everything.
It has some sort of energy to it where you see a guy get smashed off the side of the wall and then pushed all the way out and explodes, and everyone's like, holy shit.
Yeah, the mix of characters in that game, abilities
Great,
of
yeah.
each character.
So here's what I want to little mini game. There's 8 playable characters in Super Smash Brothers. Can you name them?
In the original, Link, Donkey Kong,
Star Fox,
Star Fox, Kirby, Mario,
Luigi,
Samus,
Peach.
Donkey Kong.
You said Donkey Kong twice.
Peach. No, not
No,
Peach.
no, no.
I don't think she's in Smash.
No, she's not.
How many we got left?
7. You got one more.
Bowser.
Come on, dude. I know it.
Is it Bowser?
No.
No.
Bowser made his debut in Melee.
Yoshi.
No, it's not you. Oh yeah, Yoshi.
No, also Melee, dude.
Really? Hold on, let me think.
It's not a Mario character.
Okay.
All right, let me
It is
think.
a character that you will never guess.
I'll tell you the name of the game. The Earthbound.
Ice
Ike?
Climbers.
No.
I don't know Earthbound.
Ness.
Ness.
Yes.
Ness, okay.
Jeez.
I needed that.
Damn.
I fucking needed
I didn't know
that.
Ness was an original character.
Thank you. I
Yeah.
needed that. Go ahead. Number 3.
Okay, so my number 3, like we already kind of covered it in Diddy Kong Racing. There had some characters that had not been in any previous games. One of those characters is Conquer the Squirrel. They had originally planned the game for Conquer. That was like an open world adventure game, and it came back that it was just another kid's game, and they needed something to be reworked. So they completely reimagined the character of Conquer to be an alcoholic, drug using.
I gotta look him up. This is fucking crazy.
I've never played this
Me
game
neither.
before.
So
This is fucking
basically,
crazy to me.
After another night of drinking, he loses all of his money, and his girlfriend dumps him, which takes Conquer on this alcohol-fueled adventure to essentially just win his girlfriend back. It includes parodies of The Matrix, Saving Private Ryan, and what's the third game, Jack? The third movie it parodies?
Shit. Do you know what the concept of it was?
It's missing me because the fun part was always the Saving Private Ryan stuff. Anyway, crude, definitely rated mature. So what happened? The way we got our hands on this game, like Jack said, it's really a lot for a young kid to be playing. We were in Blockbuster one day. We see Conker's Bad Fur Day. We know the character Conker from Diddy Kong Racing. Oh, let's get this. And then we take it home. In the first scene, he's drinking at the bar, and you press the shoot button when he's drunk, and he undoes his pants and pisses. So you could piss on people and shit, dude. The game was wild. And
All right. Hold on. I just need to keep talking, but I just need to show a picture of Conker before he has a Bad Fur Day, okay? before he makes his Bad Fur Day debut, this is Conker.
It's Conker and Diddy Kong Racing.
Okay. So this is I'm sorry. Okay, so this is the gimmick for the Bad Fur Day?
Yeah, dude. So then
Nice, dude.
Eventually, the game did well. Rare started working on Conker's other Bad Fur Day, a sequel game. They had a whole strategy lined up and everything. What happened was Rare offers Nintendo in around 2001, 2002, we'll say, offers Nintendo a deal to buy the remaining 51% that they need to own all of Rare. Nintendo declines. Microsoft swoops in and purchases Rare. They have no interest in the Conker series, in the sequel. I don't know how. I'm sure because Nintendo still owns Donkey Kong and shit, but so I don't know exactly the details of that. But Rare eventually gets bought by Microsoft. They wind up making Perfect Dark Zero.
Yeah, I remember those games being on Xbox.
They didn't want the Conker sequel, but what they do eventually do is they release Conker Live and Reloaded for Xbox or Xbox 360. Xbox. Complete remaster and remake of Conker's Bad Fur Day with improved multiplayer, where you could play like third-person shooter deathmatch. And for the Saving Private, that's his girlfriend.
That's his
Is
girlfriend,
his name Trixie? Is that her name?
Berry, baby.
Berry.
Berry girl, baby. Here we go.
in the multiplayer, in the Saving Private Ryan portion of the game, it was the teddies spelt with a Z at the end instead of an S, like Nazis, like Nazi teddy bears versus the Squirrel Army. And there was a map for deathmatch where you could play capture the flag, deathmatch, whatever. And it was the fucking beach, Normandy.
Oh my god.
Lit, dude. Lit. We used to spend hours upon hours playing this game. And on Live and Reloaded, Xbox Live was a new feature. But that didn't exist on Conquer's Bad Fur Day. That game, we would just play fucking 2-on-2 split screen, 2 teddies, 2 squirrels, go at it.
So you ever wonder, like, because this is not with N64, but now that you said this, right? You ever wonder, like, if you went on to like a really old like Xbox game and like tried to load live, what would happen? Like, you think the server?
Yeah.
You think the
Yeah,
server
it
still
depends
work?
on the game.
You think the servers still work?
No,
I think they just shut down the Modern War 2 servers like a
Yeah.
year or two ago.
You think Gears of War 1 servers work?
No.
I don't think so. I think they've been shut off. I think Gears of War got bought out, to be honest. I don't think Microsoft owns them anymore.
I'm just curious. Like, you know, you join like
I could be
like
wrong,
an
though.
online multiplayer of that, and like you're just queuing up, waiting for like something to happen.
I mean, there's people that still play Modern Warfare 3 because those lobbies are still open. And that game came out 2011 or 12.
Right. Yeah. So that's 3.
That's 3.
3. Jack.
Number 3, Super Mario 64. Super Mario 64 was the best game
Good
I
call.
played on the N64 for one reason. I had a save with 89 stars in it, and there's 120 stars in the game. The best I was at video games when I was a child was Super Mario 64, and that is what spurred my, like, holy shit, I love video games. And that led to this day where I
The man you
think
are
about
today.
this game. I fucking love this game,
Yeah.
dude. It's
The man
iconic.
you are today.
It's iconic. It's replayable. It's good. Despite what you say, you got bored. You think fucking with Mario's face is fun, dude. There's so much shit you can do in that game. There's a castle to explore. There's like, I think there's like 10 or 11 worlds to go
Even
into
more.
to see shit more. It's everything, dude. You could stare into the fucking light in the ceiling of the castle and it would send you to a world. As
I'm
a
familiar.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no.
no,
I mean,
how-
I played it.
He's right. It's
Dude,
Max. But listen,
think about this. When you're a child, though, what is one thing you did when you were a child and you had nothing to do? and you
don't
would go
say stare
outside?
at the ceiling.
No, stare into the sun.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Exactly. Listen,
My eyesight was bad enough.
you have 2 more games ahead of this.
Yes, I do.
Okay. I hope no, because you're talking it up like this is the greatest thing ever, which is fine because it was very good. But you got 2 better.
2 are the best of all time.
Oh, all right.
Okay.
Go
I
ahead.
agree,
All right.
but I just don't think we agree. Actually, no, we don't agree. But that's fine.
Number 3 for me was GoldenEye 007.
Hate
I
that
know.
Such a
I
puss
know,
move,
I
dude.
know.
Straight up puss move.
I know. You were bad. You're bad at first-person shooters, and that angers you.
Doesn't
The
anger
odd job
me.
thing bothers you. But the reason it's so high up here, mainly because the game was great in itself. But just from more like a nostalgic standpoint for me, growing up, I always watched James Bond movies with my dad. So that kind of goes to the whole thing. That's why the campaign was fun, because I'd watch GoldenEye with him and be like, holy shit, I can go play that.
Yeah, I hate
right
James
now.
Bond.
I don't like. As I got older, I disliked it more. But when I was little, it was like,
I like-
the shit.
I
And I
like
think
Pierce
it was
Brosnan
mainly
James
because of GoldenEye. Because once I stopped playing James Bond games, didn't bother watching the movies anymore. So
Yeah, I hate James Bond.
Not a huge fan.
My dad watches James Bond. He's like, go over here, look. I'm like, nah, I'm all set on that.
I haven't
the
seen-
Daniel
I'm
Craig
trying to
ones.
think.
I'm all set on those. Like,
the last James
Pierce
Bond movie I
Brosnan ones were
saw
kinda
was the first Daniel Craig one. That's the last one.
I don't even think I've
watched.
ever seen a Daniel Craig one.
That's the last one.
I just don't have it in me. I get it. Like I said, I get it's not controversial.
Now
You know
they're,
what it is,
they're redoing
and-
it again, right? They're rebooting it again now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you know what it is, and I think GoldenEye's great. I mean, I'll be honest, I found a website like 2 or 3 years ago that had an emulator on it, and I fucking played the campaign. It's realistically only 35 minutes long. You think it's so much longer when
Wow, that's crazy.
you're little. I think maybe it's closer to like 45 to an hour, but it's not long.
Yeah, and
Like,
also you can get through it now fast. Like you.
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
you're like,
I'm
oh,
playing it on a keyboard with no mouse.
right, and you're like, well, I'm picking up on this much faster. You know what I
Right.
mean? So now we're down to the top 2. I would imagine the controversy really starts to begin here.
I think we might be okay. Me and Hawk might be okay.
I think the writing's on the wall for me with my 2, but maybe not.
We'll see.
I mean, yeah.
I
Go
mean,
ahead,
if,
start us
if
off.
you're gonna name a sports game or Mario Tennis, I'm fucking. We're gonna V trigger you. Dude.
Hold on. So it's funny you say that.
Multiple V triggers.
It's funny you say that because Mario Tennis not only smacks, but
Doesn't belong on the
Hold
list.
on. Not only is it a sport game, it is a sport game and a Mario game.
Yeah,
So good job. So my number
Hold
without
on.
No
let's hear it.
sports Mario games.
Drop the number 2.
without further ado. WWF No Mercy.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
good one.
All right,
And
you okay with it?
I'm okay with it.
All right.
Totally
yeah,
okay
it did
with
not-
it.
All right, good.
Totally okay
Good,
with
It's
it.
because-
definitely it might be Brian's number 1.
Totally okay with it.
Okay, good. Because I was a little nervous. I was writing this and I was like, because number 1 wasn't gonna fucking change. Like I swapped No Mercy and Super Smash Bros. Kind of over and over again. Number 1 has been locked in since the day I came out of my dad's sack. It's been locked in. Okay, absolute mortal lock.
At least 3 years before the
Okay.
game came out, so I love that.
Yeah, exactly.
Love
I just
that.
kind of knew it. I always had this fucking connection with this guy.
No, I mean, No Mercy, obviously, still today cited as the best wrestling game.
Yeah,
ever made.
100%. I mean, so when you say sport, it's not a sport, but it's kind of a
Yeah.
sport.
Sports entertainment.
Yeah,
We
that's
still-
it for sure. I don't think anybody in this room can debate me on it, right? But I'm sure there's people out there like, are you fucking nuts?
No, so my appreciation for that game came later on down the line, not like growing up with it as much. So
Okay.
that's
Well,
the main reason
so that
it
was
didn't make
like-
my list.
I know I don't have a brother, right? So Matt and me living so close, we would always, hang out, and that was like the game of like like that we would play. Like that was like the game, like forever, for as long as I can remember. That was a game I played almost every single day in every single circumstance, making characters, like stupid shit, like and that was it. So like to me, that stands out as like that was my game. Like you might have had GoldenEye with your brothers and stuff like
Yeah.
that, but I didn't have any of that. So that game was, what are we playing? I'm coming over. We're playing No Mercy.
Play No Mercy.
And that's why. So number 2.
This isn't on my list at all, but just the wrestling thing. My N64 wrestling game as a kid was
WrestleMania?
no WCW
I was
versus
gonna say
NWO.
WCW. Yep.
Very good.
I have that too.
Very
I have it.
stuff.
I have it right now. You can't replicate those games now. They don't do them as good as they were done in 1998 now.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
Well, it's because you got 2K. You're trying to put 2K's trying to fit 15 pounds of shit in a 5-pound bag with these tight
Yeah.
deadlines and everything.
No, 100%.
My number 2, the shoot 'em up of all shoot 'em ups, Star Fox 64, developed by Nintendo.
I'm just gonna backpack you. It's on my number 2 also. So
Obviously,
It's your number 2?
yeah,
Obviously,
Star Fox
the-
is the best.
I've never played
It's
it.
so good.
it's obviously the remake of Star Fox, which was released for the Super Nintendo. Both of those games cited as the greatest games, not
So
only of
good.
their time but ever.
I've never played it.
So we talk about replayability. The Lilat system
Yep.
is like your first fucking sandbox video game
Yep.
sandbox ever. Like
Just drop you into a
it's
planet.
a solar
and
system that you got to play through to get to the
Mhm.
end. There's multiple different ways to fly through. So
You ever played
could
Destiny?
play the
It's
game
kinda like
5
that.
different ways and not have the same experience every time. Not only is it one of the greatest games ever, it's also responsible for 2 very popular memes. Use bombs wisely
Yeah,
and do a barrel roll.
Do a barrel roll.
yeah.
He gets
But yeah, I mean,
No,
it's-
Star Fox 64
and
was great.
So it's also the
Um,
first game to feature the Rumble Pack feature, and it came with
Didn't
the
know that.
Rumble
That's
Pack
cool.
when you bought it. When you got the game, it came with the Rumble Pack, and it's the first game in Nintendo 64 to feature full voice acting. So not only is this game
Wow.
credited for being great visually and gameplay wise and replayability, the other thing too for Star Fox on the Super Nintendo was the first game I think Nintendo ever put on a home console with 3D polygons. So, it was obviously a little corny looking, but first game ever with a 3D polygon on it. Also, obviously credited for the good voice acting and the story.
It's funny because when I was putting the list together, I YouTubed the gameplay for Star Fox 64 because I remember playing even just the worlds over and over and over. It's so funny when you watch it. Another game where when you play it, gameplay was 2 hours for the whole thing. I mean, if you're really trying to like get through it. Star 64 was great. Star
You
Fox
cut
64 was
cut
great.
across the asteroid field and knock out like 2 planets. It's the best way to do it.
Exactly. You're talking about the 2 small planets.
Mhm.
Yep.
That's crazy.
It's the best game. It was so
maybe
much
I
fun.
should maybe I should try that. Maybe I should try to play it. You can't. The problem is you can't buy the game
I
now.
have it.
If you don't. Oh really?
I have the problem is Will's on vacation right now because I have like every cartridge on my list and I was going to have them next to me and hold them all up as I
Oh
went.
shit.
But I don't know where he has them. He
That'd
has
be
everything
tight.
in his room somewhere.
Number 2, Jack.
Super Smash Brothers. All of you can get the smoke.
No, absolutely not. You're a
Absolutely,
young
yes, sir.
He's
little
pretty good,
boy.
dude. He's pretty good at Smash.
Dude, I got a decade on you.
Who's your character? Who you play with?
You know that
Who's your character?
Who's my character?
Yeah.
In
For
original
64,
Smash.
in
Yeah.
original Smash, probably Donkey Kong. Who fuck you up. night and day. You know that screaming man child upstairs? I made that screaming man child go berserk.
No, I'm not buying it.
Not sold on it.
Nah, dude, you don't
I'm
understand.
Samus.
We gotta-
Fucking
we
rock
gotta-
Dude,
your
you don't
world.
understand.
I usually play as Link.
Me too. I could go Link too.
Or Ike.
Well, I'm
Fox.
No.
Or
no,
Fox.
no.
I can play
Ike
as
isn't in. We're talking 64.
64.
Oh, 64. Then probably Link.
Yeah, Link's.
But
max,
Fox is for the most part, his layout hasn't changed over
I
the
like
years, so I'll
Falco
pick up.
better. Once they put Falco in, he was better.
Yeah. I don't hate that. I don't hate that too.
And
I don't.
Yeah,
Old
but
school too.
Fox has
And
the
older
Fox
ones.
has the reflector instead of the dash, right?
He's the
Yeah.
only. He was
The
the only
reflector
character
is
with the
gone.
reflector for I
And
think
the Firefox move, that's the best upbeat in the game.
Yes.
At least in 64.
That's debatable.
You can target it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why it was.
Links you can target too. I'm
You
pretty
could
sure.
target
Links you can
Samus's.
target too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
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 I guess.
Donkey
But it
Kong's
goes-
you can
it
too.
only went in a
Yeah.
straight line
Don't
this time.
Samus, you have to hit yourself.
That's what. Yeah, you have to
No,
send it.
don't you have to? Or is that Ness? Ness,
No,
you have
Ness
to
is
send it.
Ness is the worst one. You got to do
No.
that.
No, it's
If
not
you're
though.
good with
I'll make
Ness,
you
fog
scream.
people
Because
up.
No, if you're
If
good.
good with Ness, then we're in trouble.
Yeah,
Because
but if you're
that-
not good with Ness, then that's it, dude.
Because that lightning
I guess it sounds
That
like you're in
lightning
trouble.
move-
dude.
Boosts you.
turns
You're good
you,
with Ness?
but it turns you
Yeah.
into a projectile. So
Yeah.
you could be up in
People
the
are
air,
good with Ness.
aim it right, and knock someone else.
Yeah,
off the
but
map.
that's silly shit, dude. I can't do that. Like, what? I'm good at
That's
the
why
game.
people
Well, then
who
I
are
guess
good
you're
are
gonna
good with
lose,
Ness.
dude.
Yeah, I'm good, but I'm not good with Ness. Like, stop it. What else you have to say? Is that it?
Come get the smoke, dude.
Oh, that's it. Number 2, come get the smoke. You said you're number
Number
2.
2 is Star Fox for me.
All right.
Let's get into it.
we're number one,
into it.
right?
Yep.
All right. Number 1. It's not even close.
Well, you're wrong already, but go ahead.
It's not even close. I know you're gonna say, but the storyline, the playability.
Jack looks stressed out.
What are you stressed
Like
about?
you're gonna hurt
dude?
his feelings right now.
Banjo-Kazooie is the greatest game
I just disagree.
ever made for the Nintendo 64 console, and it's really not
Disagree.
even close. Rare made it.
Yep.
They literally mastered the storytelling. They did the whole thing. They made the game where, okay, you need jigsaws, jiggies, puzzle pieces to win, right? They had a boss. They had side missions. They had the little fucking I don't forgot what they're called now, but the little colorful things that used to make the squeaky noises. You know what I'm talking about? You get to collect each color on each.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but I can't think of what they're called.
yeah.
The little things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck are they called? But anyway, you had those things you can collect. You had the notes. There was like so many things involved in the game that you can do. Everything about it, iconic. And then they did it again years later with Tui, which I put as honorable mention. They crushed. The only thing they fucking blew was years later they made the bear fat and they made the bird old.
In what? They made another Banjo
Nuts
game?
and bolts.
Yeah,
For Xbox 360. And they made it nothing like the other two games. And they were like, how can we fucking tarnish the whole fucking franchise? Here's
well,
how.
Microsoft has a
Yeah, but
long history of dragging.
I think
developers
for
through the
sure,
game.
Mumbo
They ruined
Jumbo, though.
Bungie.
Mumbo Jumbo.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Stop.
I just,
That's the greatest. That's it, dude. That's it. That's the Clanker's Cavern.
Yeah, no, I'm familiar. Yeah.
That gave me anxiety as a fucking 8-year-old, dude. I'm out here with anxiety going in Clanker's stomach.
Not as much anxiety as when you're trying to battle Ganondorf and you're out of light arrows because the #1 game of all time made for the Nintendo 64 is The Legend of Zelda: The Ocarina of Time. Elder Scrolls? You like Elder Scrolls?
Love Elder
Doesn't
Scrolls.
exist without this game.
Oh,
I
here we
know.
go.
You
But
don't
you
have to
just
tell
said
me.
you can't view future games off.
Yeah, that's fine.
But
This
you
game
said it.
itself, fine. You're right.
You
Fine.
said it.
This game itself, as far as open world goes, as far as you could go wherever you want, gameplay wise, story wise, hits the nail right on the head. Again, like I said with Majora's Mask, again, widely panned as one of the best games ever made. This is one of the games we talked about this game at the bus stop because this is again pre-internet. There was still the guidebooks, but like I didn't really do the guidebook
You're
thing.
too cool for that.
No, I just like reading, you know.
Yeah, I don't.
So we talk about it on the bus going to school. We talk about it at recess. Somebody figured something out. Oh, yeah, by the way, this is what you got to do. And I think, like he said before, I think this is the first game that I beat start to finish completely on my own. And
It's just such a problem. I can't even debate you because I haven't played it. You know what I'm saying? So I can't even go back and say, nope, you're wrong because I've heard good
the
things.
vast items, the item queue.
But it seems a little cop out esque. in
And
the sense
wouldn't-
that like you asked 100 people, and the majority would say that this is the best game. Which, great, it probably is. It might be. Me and Bryan never played it, but it's like that's what the masses say, right? And
Right.
that to me,
Well, as a child, the fact that the game was massive, absolutely massive.
like Breath of the Wild. You play Breath of the Wild?
I have played, finished, and 100% in Breath of the Wild.
I never played it because from a young age, Zelda just turned me the fuck off.
The game.
Just so we're clear, I have no problems with Zelda being number one.
No, I don't
You
have any
beef
pro-
with
No,
Zelda,
I don't have.
and I
be-
have
I don't
no
have beef.
with
I don't have
Zelda
beef
at
with
all.
it. It's just.
Zelda
It's
seems
just
like
like
it was a great game that I just missed out on.
Right.
And it probably deserves to be number one. It probably would have been my number one.
I
had
don't
played
think.
it.
I don't think you. I think that's silly to say. Until
What do
you.
you mean? Hold on. I know so many people who've played Zelda, and everyone loves Zelda.
I agree.
Like-
I'm not doubting that, but I'm saying you can't say that the game would have been number one all the time without you even trying it.
There's a lot of people where Zelda is their number one N64 game of all time.
You have it.
Yeah.
All right. When Will comes back, we get it, and we turn it on, and we play it. Me and you.
Okay.
And we see what we think. It should only take. It shouldn't take that long to be like this game slaps or this ain't it, dog.
Okay.
Right?
I'm down to play it.
Oh man, I want to try it. I want to try Star Fox too.
Star Fox is lit.
But you know, is
You
this your
got
number
to
one?
hook up. My number one is the greatest game ever made for the N64. And
Mario
what
Tennis.
Get that childish bullshit out of here. Pokemon Stadium 2 is
Oh my god,
the
get the
greatest-
fuck out of here.
All right,
you
That is
loser.
fucking trash as
You
number one,
fucking
but I'm okay with it in the top
loser,
10.
dude.
Let me explain.
Oh,
Yeah. Hey,
No,
Jimmy, let me
hold on,
explain.
hold on, hold on,
Bro.
hold on.
Holy shit.
I want to make
you're a
this known
loser.
right now. You gotta come with fire right now because he's gonna debate you. You just put Pokemon Stadium 2 over.
Which Pokemon will the next trainer choose? That fucking announcer, dude. Let me explain something to you. I still get chills to this day.
Chills, dude.
Chills.
Goosebumps.
Absolute chills. Okay? I have beat the Gym Leader Castle. I've beat it randomized. I played that game millions of times. I've kicked Will's ass in that game. Kicked multiple kids' ass in that game. That game,
Can-
I'm
can I
sorry.
just-
I'm a little excited.
No, it's fine. I just want to know. I don't know if you or anybody in this room is aware of this. You understand that Pokemon is just really basically just Dungeons and Dragons being run through an algorithm.
That's completely fine, dude. You know what else you could do on Pokemon Stadium 2?
Shut
You could
the
play the-
fuck up.
No.
Shut
No,
the
no, no.
fuck up.
I'm right.
I'm not gonna sit here and have you disrespect the whole gimmick behind Pokemon.
The whole wait. So let's Pokemon at a game, right? As a whole, look at the game. The game original Pokemon Red and Blue. You have your Pokemon. They have their stats. They have their attacks, and their attacks do certain things from X to Z, based on probability. This is Dungeons and Dragons, but instead of rolling a dice to figure out how many hit points you deliver, an algorithm is doing it for you. The same.
I see what you're saying, but that's not the
Don't look at
only.
me, look at
No,
me.
I'm saying no. I want to know what your opinion is because I see what he's saying, but like there's tons of games like that.
No, well,
Well, yeah, but that's not the point he's making. But he's
Every
right, that's
single
what it
thing,
is.
every single thing in every video game is basically based off some sort of algorithm. In the sense, you know what I mean?
Yes and no. I mean, because the entire strategy, there is strategy to Pokemon. Don't get me wrong. There is strategy to it. There are things you can do to sway the algorithm in your favor, like non-hit point taking moves, like
Yeah.
Tail Whip
Right.
and shit like that. But it's still really a dice roll for the most part.
All right, maybe I could get on
I
board with it a
love
little bit,
Pokemon,
but I
but
like
as a
Dungeons and
handheld
Dragons.
game.
Like I could get
Yeah.
behind that.
When you're looking at Pokemon Stadium, to me, it's just taking this game that is great on the handheld and putting the same game on there.
Well, it's not. It's worse.
What do you mean?
Like if you're asking me to compare the handheld game of Red and Blue, Yellow, whatever, right? Ruby, all the way up to whatever, all the way up to Pokemon Stadium 2, it's not even close to the same.
How are they not the same? It's just a
No, Stadium is way more like confined to just Like,
Yeah, there's no open
there's no
world concept
story
of
mode. There's no
Stadium,
open
but-
world. There's no,
yeah.
you know what I mean?
I mean, in terms of like the
algorithm in the battle?
the battling, like it's the same game, just you have like life chess pieces instead of the drawings. On
Okay, I'm okay
You
with
know?
that statement. I'm okay with that. I agree with that.
I just don't think. I mean, I personally, like I said, wouldn't put it on my list at all. I wasn't that upset with you guys, but to say it's the fucking best game ever made, it's the best, one of the best Game Boy games ever made.
I
Let
would
me
I
ask-
would go on to
to
say there's
really
no
play
better.
the Game
Hold
Boy
on,
games
hold
on the game.
Hold on. Let me ask you something. In order, this is for everybody. In order to really, really have fun on Pokemon Stadium, what do you need?
To win?
You need the fucking
cartridge.
cartridge
Oh,
with
well,
your
yeah.
Game Boy game
Yeah.
to link up.
Yeah.
If you don't have the fucking pack to plug your Game Boy game into and use your own Pokemon that you raised on your Game Boy or Game Boy Color, it's fucking might as well be useless. How much would you play that game?
If you told
if they
me,
just assign you random Pokemon that you had no connection to, would that game have any fun to you?
I
Way
had
less
days
fun.
worth of playtime playing mini games as a child, playing the Gym Leader Castle as a child, battling people, inviting friends over and battling people. The amount of nostalgia and the amount of things, dude.
it's
you
weird because I'll
understand.
smack the shit out of you in Pokemon Stadium.
Oh, try me.
Like, and I'm
Come get
confident
the
that
smoke again.
if he's like, like Super Smash, less confident.
Yeah, he seems confident.
I'm a little less confident in my abilities in Super Smash. But Pokemon Stadium, oh my god, I'll thrash you.
I'll give you the work and I'll randomize my Pokemon.
Oh my god, that's
I don't even have to
you
pick.
silly bitch. You silly bitch. Let Bryan go at number 1. We'll get back to that. If I had to
The
say,
lack of fucking culture, dude.
Yeah, he just this guy. I mean,
listen, if you told me name the top 10 games ever of all time at any PC, any console, I would, including handhelds, Pokemon Blue and Red would make the top 10.
Yeah, well, we'd have to.
It would have to. Pokemon Stadium wouldn't crack the top 500.
Pokemon Stadium is just like a fancy dress up of Pokemon Red and Blue. It's just
No,
putting
it's
in
not.
nice
Why are
fancy-
you putting no? Are you serious? No. It's taking a
Well, a
fucking
small- just the
20th
battle
of the
aspect,
game.
yeah.
Yeah, the battle aspect. Which go. What's your number 1?
Jesus.
I can't. I don't like that he's comparing. It's bothering
Do
me
you wanna get
that
it
he's
out?
comparing Red and Blue to Stadium.
But that
Not even close.
I understand.
That's like comparing. That's like comparing Super Smash Brothers when you play with Link. Hold on, that's like playing
Just let
Super
him get it
Smash
out.
Brothers when you play with Link, right? To fucking Zelda. Well, when I play with
That's
Link,
fair.
when I play with Link, it's like the same as playing Zelda.
Kinda.
Go.
All right. So
You know what I fucking meant. Go fuck
I
yourself.
hope it doesn't say Pokemon Stadium 1.
my
or
number
something.
1 is Pokemon Stadium 1. My number
My
one.
number one is fucking Pokemon Snap.
Yeah, I'd be it. I'd walk out of the room.
No. My number 1 motherfucking game is WWF No Fucking
Wow.
Mercy, baby.
Dude, I
And
get
it's gonna
behind
be
that.
for the same exact reasons that Alessino had put forward. I mean, I created I'm telling you, probably over 30 to 40 characters. I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly, there either was an option to create your own pay-per-view or your boy used to write them down in notebooks and do the matches on the game itself, dude.
No, I
I-
think you could make your own.
I think you can. It was either or. But I used to make pay-per-views. I love the fact that you could wrestle pretty much anywhere in the map. The hardcore matches were sick. They actually had tag team stables where people could come out individually or they'd come together, and they actually had separate entrances that you could customize. Everyone had different outfits, 3 or 4 different outfits for every single person.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, that was
Every
fucking
single
good.
thing. You press left or right on seat, switch different colors. Also, you have to remember at this time, I mean, you guys talk about it probably on the other podcasts, I'm sure. Prime time for wrestling. Everything's coming up right now. They're being put on the map.
Mhm.
What is this, 1998? I think it was for No Mercy. 97,
Yeah,
98.
no, 98.
Somewhere
98,
around there.
probably 98.
So Attitude Era. Yeah, I mean, I could tell you, I spent hours on this game. I first played it at the same babysitter I was telling you about. It was, after I got Super Mario 64, it was, I think, the second game I bought immediately.
2000.
Needed to have it. Yeah, all right, so 2000.
Dude, THQ.
Yeah.
Yep.
Smacked, dude.
Yeah.
Smacked. It's smacked.
THQ made some good games.
But yeah, No Mercy, I have to say, definitely number 1. When I think of N64, it is definitely the first game that comes to mind. For sure.
Yeah. No, I mean, like, literally, I just Googled, like, the release date, and it says, the top thing in Google is, why is No Mercy still the best wrestling game? why? Like why?
It's been 22 years.
You know what it was? There were so many weapons. There were so many things you could do.
Well, answer the question. The answer to the question why is because they look up how long it took them to make that game.
Well, I'll tell you right now.
Because
Since
you don't have fucking 3 years to make a game, they want one every year.
No Mercy is the last in the series of the wrestling games for the company that started with WCW versus NWO World Tour. So it started with that. It ended with this one. So just some whatever tidbits here. There are 60 playable characters.
Yeah, wild.
Let's see. There was a couple other things. The ladder matches, survival mode. Do you remember survival mode?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Meanwhile, they just
Character creation.
They just announced the 2K22 roster, and there are people on the fucking main roster right now wrestling on TV that aren't in the game.
Really?
Yeah, I forgot who. There's like a couple
Austin Theory, probably.
I think Austin Theory's in it.
Sold 1 million copies, over 1 million copies, making it the third best-selling wrestling game for N64, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. I don't hate that at all, and I don't hate Jimmy Zelda. I'm a little bitter that I didn't get that experience to play it.
Do you want to hear a fun fact I just found about No Mercy? And I didn't know this. Big Show's not in the game, apparently. He was meant to be in the game, but he was sent to development in order to lose weight and improve his cardiovascular fitness before the game was released, and he never did it. So his position in storylines was taken over by Steven Richards.
Oh.
The fuck?
Isn't that interesting?
Wow.
So it's after he came over from WCW.
I'm sorry, Stevie Richards. Why does it say Steven Richards on? It says Steven on the site, but I knew that didn't sound right.
Yeah,
Stevie Richards.
I knew who you were talking about.
To recap this whole list, I thoroughly enjoyed the list. I almost want to come back and say next week, like, we got to do like PS2. Were you a PS guy or were you an Xbox guy?
PlayStation.
Okay, were you a?
I didn't have PlayStation until I was like, maybe
PlayStation
3?
2 would
No,
be very
I
hard
bought a
for me.
PlayStation 2, but like I bought it with my own money. I was probably a junior or senior in high school.
So would you be able to do that? Because
PlayStation 2 would be so hard for me. I wouldn't know what to do.
I agree with all of the or most of them. I mean, Pokemon Stadium 2, great game. I couldn't put it one.
Makes my skin crawl.
I couldn't put it one.
It was a bold move.
It was a bold.
Yeah,
I guess
for
you
sure.
just suck at Pokemon.
But that's your number
Okay,
one.
first of
That's
all,
fine.
Let's not make it personal.
Yeah, because we don't want to go there. Because I am
Dude,
the
I
master.
remember the
This is
day.
already personal.
I remember
dude.
the day Pokemon was fucking born, dude. I remember the day Pokemon was exploded onto the scene in the United States.
Like the day.
Yeah, dude, you don't remember the first day the show came out and like
No.
that was it? You don't remember watching the first
After school,
episode
it
of
came
the
on
show
like 4
after
o'clock.
school?
Really? No, I don't remember.
Oh, I remember the exact day.
I don't
I
have
don't
a good. I
remember
don't have
the
a
day.
good memory like that.
Neither
you
do
know?
I.
I don't have a good memory like that. I do know that. Which really, I'm gonna fucking kick out Stadium, and I'm gonna say fuck that bullshit. But Pokemon.
This is the second time this has happened.
No, I'm just saying that Pokemon's been able to develop itself all the way 20-something years later, and they just released the game. They're releasing another one at the end of the year. I have the game they just released.
So does Emily.
It
So does he.
smacks. It smacks.
Awesome, dude.
And,
Arceus is the way the game always should have meant to be played.
well,
Arceus is what you would expect when you have the 3D model with the 64-bit graphics. If they were to release,
I guess, but it was
when
just
I
too
heard
much.
that they were releasing a Pokemon game on Nintendo 64, or when you first saw it, I was hoping it would be more like
That,
Arceus
yeah.
and less like what it is.
I think we all thought that, but it was just it was just too much. You know what I mean? Like, even if you look at that game, it's just too much.
I think what really hurt Pokemon Stadium for me at the end of the day is like if I had the choice between sitting down and playing Pokemon Stadium or just throwing my blue in my Game Boy Color and fucking around and doing whatever I wanted away from the TV, I would play blue every time.
The only thing that I will give you,
while there's me and Will, only 2 years apart, so roughly the same age-ish, and only one N64, like, if he wants to play something, well, I could just go fuck off and play Pokemon Blue. Like, I don't need Pokemon
the
Stadium.
only thing I'll say is what Jimmy was right before is like, you put in that fucking pack, and now you load your characters in, and now it's a pride thing. Like, it's instantly like, now it's me versus you, and this is who I've nurtured. But
Yeah.
again, that comes with back to the blue and red.
At a level 100 Pikachu, no rare candies. Hashtag it at me.
I would wallop that thing, dude.
No, you won't.
Wallop
So
it.
quick, dude. So quick.
Quick. Jolteon's the fastest electric type, dude. Get the fuck out of here.
My blast. Oh, well, not my Blastoise, but I'd have something for you.
Say something. Somebody say something.
I don't know much about Pokemon. Past,
Brian's like,
past childhood, honestly.
Brian's like, I can't.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So
How's
let's,
this?
let's-
How's this sound for you?
Oh,
Little,
that was
little
fucking-
future.
Trying to wrap it.
Little
This guy's like
possibility. I'm
fucking-
sorry, but how does this sound to you? A top 10 Pokemon. Your top 10.
Are we going like 151 or like
How do you want? I'll leave that to you.
302? Like,
Alessina, what do you think?
I mean, I think for the demo of who watches this show, we should do
I
151.
was say I don't make it past 151.
But
you
I could do
put a dip
whatever.
in a gold and silver.
No.
Gold and silver was lit too.
I could do.
SOCOM might have been out by then. I wasn't playing Game Boy anymore.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair, I mean,
I
fair
could
enough.
I could do that. I could do that. I just think yeah, I could do that. 151?
Yeah, I could do this.
I could do
I could
151 right now.
I
but
can do
we're not gonna
151
get
right
into-
now as well.
We're not gonna get into that.
We won't, but we could. We're gonna take a break.
It's a new year, and with new year comes new resolutions. And what's going to help you complete the resolutions that you set forward for yourself this year? Inspiration. And we have just the company for you that's focused around inspiration. Head on over to staythirstyco.com and put in the code HAVOC to get 15% off on your next order. And make sure you take a look over at the Winter 2022 collection. That's staythirstyco.com. Drop the OY and focus on you.
We're back, guys. As always, best way to support the show is to support the sponsors. You support the sponsors, you support the boys. So what we did during commercial break was we gave some points. We assigned point values. If you were a number 1 vote, you got 10 points. Number 2 vote, you got 9 points, and so on and so forth. And the results are in.
I'm afraid.
Luckily for us, there is going to have to be some debate. It's not over yet. Number 1, the far and away leader with 24 total points is Star Fox 64, which I'm very excited about. Let's go. Here's our first debate. Number 2, we have a 2-way tie at 19 points.
Okay.
It's WWF No Mercy versus Super Smash Brothers.
Wow. That is.
We're debating who we're giving the edge to.
Is that what we're doing?
Yeah.
Is that what we're actually having to do right now?
Yeah.
That's tough. All right.
I mean, the only way that I would say...
I feel like I have to take WWF.
Here's
No
the
Mercy
only
if
way I
had
feel like
first.
we could settle it, right? No Mercy showed up on your 2 lists. Smash showed up on everybody's
Yeah,
list.
it has to be Smash then.
Right?
Yeah, that's fair.
So number 2, Smash. Number 3,
the way it goes.
Stressed over there,
number
bud.
3, No Mercy.
Fuck. All right, I'll take it.
Listen, No Mercy was only on my
Pokemon Stadium's gonna be top 5, and that makes me want to vomit.
You can thank Jack for that.
Go fuck yourself.
And Banjo Kazooie doesn't make the top 10, and you should all be slaughtered for it.
Well,
It was in my
calm
top
down.
10.
Calm down now. Number 3, we again have a 2-way tie at 18 total points. We have Super Mario 64
Hawk loves it.
and
I hope it's Zelda.
no, it's not Zelda.
Okay.
Zelda. Pro Skater 2. I was trying to figure out
Oh
what it was.
god, that
Pro
one's
Skater
fucking
2
tough.
and Super Mario 60. Oh no, it's not Pro Skater 2.
Oh.
What would I have written down as PS2? That wasn't Pro
Pokemon Stadium.
Pokemon
2.
Pokemon
Stadium
Stadium
2.
2.
Here we
I'm
fucking
taking
go.
Mario
I'm
64.
taking Mario
Mario
64
64.
as
You didn't
well.
even fucking have Mario 64 on the list.
That's
I didn't have fucking Pokemon Stadium on the list either, buddy. I gave Super Mario 64
Buddy?
an honorable mention.
I was gonna say it was in his honorable mentions, even though I can't speak English right now.
I think you just growled. Like, what the fuck was that?
He's groaning. He's a little upset.
Stop.
Look, dude, the fact that it's in the top 5 is a marvel, all right?
You're all mad.
I'm not mad. I just took 64. Mario 64, baby.
All right, moving on to number 4. We have, I believe, let's just double check. Yeah, we have an undisputed number 4. It's Banjo Kazooie.
Let's go.
There you go.
11
I
total.
helped you out there.
11 total points.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Deserves it.
Yeah, that's what.
Absolutely.
Not a game I was
Pokemon's-
emotionally attached to, but it deserved a
wait,
10
no.
spot.
Wait, so how'd the list go? Is it one is...
Are you here with us?
No, I'm
We're recapping
I'm
it.
confused. No, the list
If you voted as your number one
Where were
game,
No, I
it was
understand
assigned
that.
10
I'm
points.
saying, did the games that had the ties, did those get beat out and those are no longer in the list?
No.
Oh,
We
okay.
we get no.
We're getting to it.
They're still
Don't
on the
worry,
list.
bud. It's okay.
No, they're still on the list. I'll get there. We'll take
He's
it.
like so stressed.
Number
He
5.
should be. He got Pokemon Stadium up at 4.
Number 5 is another two-way tie between Mario Kart and Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time at 10 points. I don't know if I said that. 10 points.
It's pretty tough because
Yeah. I can't really.
Legend
say
of
much
Zelda
on it.
has to go above Mario.
Yeah, I
Kart,
feel like
dude.
it has to.
to.
It's just disrespectful. I'll give you that.
I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it.
I was hoping it was going to be Mario Kart and Diddy Kong Racing.
no, I don't think Diddy Kong's gonna make the top 10. But you never know. Oh, it might.
Okay,
I
so
didn't have it.
here's the
It did.
situation.
Tell us.
Here's the situation. There are 3 games remaining, tied for 6th place,
Wow.
and there are only 2 spots on the top 10.
So we each get a vote.
So, Conker's Bad Fur Day has 9 points. Diddy Kong Racing has 9 points. And 007 GoldenEye has 9 points.
All right, 007.
I know you're
Golden-
both going to drop out 007, so I'm not going to
No,
argue.
007 is absolutely
No, I think 007 has to be
has
in.
to be in.
All right, good, because I think it does too.
I think 007 is the next name that you should write down.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Lock that.
lock it in as the number 9. So now the 10. Is it Diddy Kong Racing? Or is it
So-
fucking Conker's Bad
I
Fur
mean, that
Day?
squirrel's pretty
The
cool.
issue with me here is I've never played either of these games, but if I had to choose, I'm going to give it the edge to Conquer.
Wait. Say it again.
Diddy Kong Racing or Conker? The game Conker debuted in, or the game that made Conker famous?
I'm gonna tell you now. I've played one. People argue that Diddy Kong Racing is better than Mario Kart. People can argue it.
People do argue it.
I'm gonna go
I
Diddy
argued
Kong
it on
Racing.
this podcast.
I'm gonna go Diddy Kong Racing. I know it's because it's weird to you
Yeah,
guys.
but here's the problem
but-
here is that we don't have. All right, I'm gonna solve that problem. I'm taking Conker because this game was so fucking legendary. to me
Hold
as a
on.
young kid.
What did you have it ranked?
3?
And what did you have it ranked?
10.
And then you both had Diddy at 6.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow, that's something.
That's
Averages out to be.
Yeah,
fucking-
that's something.
and you would take
almost the same.
Conquer.
I would take Conquer just because I knew that the game was like a big deal without even playing it.
See,
Like I knew Diddy Kong was good,
I
but
knew Diddy Kong was good. Yeah, I'm gonna let you guys handle it, but
Yeah,
I
this
feel
has to be
I
between-
feel
I
like
vote Conker, so Jack could either force
do
a
you think,
tie or
Jack?
give Conker the win.
I'm giving it to Conquer, dude.
yeah,
Fuck.
of course he is.
Fucking game is so good. The chills.
Jesus Christ.
So, I mean, here's the way the list stands. Honorable mention: Diddy Kong Racing. 10th best Nintendo 64 game ever released is Conker's Bad Fur Day. Number 9, 007 GoldenEye. Number 8, Mario Kart. Number 7, The Legend of Zelda: The Ocarina of Time. Number 6, Banjo-Kazooie. Number 5, Pokemon Stadium. Number 4, Super Mario. Number 3 is WWF No Mercy. Number 2 is Super Smash Brothers. And number 1, the undisputed by 5 whole points, best game ever released for the Nintendo 64, Star Fox 64. Do a fucking barrel roll. Let's go. Closing remarks, statements, concerns, questions?
Wow. The consensus is tough.
I'm very happy with the list.
Are you?
Yes.
I'm happy with
My
it.
number 2
I mean,
ended up number 1,
I'm
and my number 1 ended up
so
number
fucking
3.
unhappy with Pokemon Stadium being number 5.
The
but what are you gonna
masses
do?
are we will hear from the masses about this.
You think so?
Yeah.
We might.
Well, let's hear
We
it then.
might, yeah. Listen, you got a problem with any of the
Yeah,
any
hit
of
us
the
up.
games on this list or any one of our individual lists? If you have the number, my messages are always open. The DMs are always open. Instagram at HOH Podcasting. Come at us, dude. Maybe you never know. Maybe we might give you a little FaceTime, give you some time on the show. You never know.
Dear Banjo Kazooie, go fuck yourself. Sincerely, Pokemon Stadium.
Oh my God Almighty!
Oh man, that is kind of sad to see Pokemon Stadium not only on top of your number one, but also on top of my number one. It's
an
fucking
albatross.
disheartening.
It's not right. It's not right.
It is what we do when we throw a younger kid in there. I mean, I don't know what you want me to tell you.
A little baby boy, a baby boy, dude. Is he gonna be all right?
That's a cackle if I've ever heard one.
A baby boy puts in Pokemon Stadium 2. And I like the game. It's in my top 10. I don't hate it. But it's not generational.
Look, there are 393 video games that were ever made and released as cartridges for the Nintendo 64. A lot to choose from to fucking wind up having Pokemon Stadium in the top 5. That's just how I'm gonna, that's how I feel about it. Are you fact checking me right now?
Nope.
Oh, because I thought you were. I was like, all right, go ahead.
No.
It's
Are you
bold.
gonna be okay?
It's bold.
Are you fucking tilting, dude? What's going on over here?
I'm losing it.
What are you gonna do, Brian? Closing remarks.
I'm happy with the list. My number 1 and number 2 ended up in the top 3, so can't ask for much more.
Can't beat that.
And my number 4 ended up at 2, so
That was weird. I say the
What was
general.
that?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Oh no. I think it's maybe the
maybe
chair.
it's haunted.
Holy shit.
I think it's maybe the chair. Right?
I say the general consensus was okay to me in this room. I'm okay with it. I think once we hit that earth, that real world shit, when we go out in public with this, when we put this list on all social media platforms, there'll be some flack.
There might be some flack.
Or maybe there won't be.
I'm inviting the flack, dude.
I don't want to put my name on Pokemon Stadium at 5.
Listen, I don't condone it, but it is what
Dude,
it is.
Guess what? I am going to laugh.
And
Wait,
Kazooie
Pokemon-
got 6? Let's just do a poll. Let's just do a poll. When this goes live, right? Eventually, right? 2 days from now, right? 3 days from now?
Yeah, I don't know.
No, whatever. Whenever it goes live. We're going to do a poll. What's better, Banjo or Pokemon Stadium 2?
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
laugh
We'll
when
have to.
people say
We're gonna have
Pokemon
to.
Stadium 2 is going to be high.
That's not a bad idea.
Well, right now we have 3. Right?
I gotta tell you, neither one of these games cracked my top 10, so I still feel a type of way about Pokemon Stadium being above Banjo Kazooie, dude.
Okay, good.
I still feel
All
a
right,
type of
good.
way about
Do
it.
you feel that like that?
It doesn't deserve to be there.
No, but do you think, what's the better game, Banjo
Oh,
or...
Banjo and Kazooie.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. I just want to make sure. All right. Maybe because I don't know if there's a generational gap. Like, if all his friends and his age group say Pokemon Stadium 2, I got to leave the chat.
All right, dude. I mean, fucking, you guys are on. You heard it here first.
So,
Did you guys have fun? This was the most fun I've had in the studio in a while. I think.
yeah, it was, it was a good one. I like that.
We're gonna
Much
have
more
to
loose.
we're gonna have to figure out what we're gonna do next time.
Yeah,
can
top
figure
10.
it out.
The vibrant top 10s are good. The vibrant top 10s.
What do you mean vibrant?
This is like,
This is controversial. People have feelings about.
yeah, but it's a feel good thing.
Yeah, because everyone can look at video games and
Right.
think of a time where they were nostalgic the same way
Exactly.
we did on the podcast
exactly.
the whole time.
Exactly. You know what I mean? It's not like
It's not about competing.
top 10
necessarily,
places
it's
you'd
what did
love
that
to
mean
die.
you? Yeah.
You know, like
Well, I mean, fuck. I didn't say we should do top 10 ways
'Cause
to die, dude. They did a show.
no, top 10 places you'd like to die because I'm pretty
bed,
sure everybody
bed,
would
bed,
say
bed,
bed.
bed, and bed.
I'm
dude.
pretty sure a lot of
Yeah,
people would
catch me in
say
bed.
bed. Yeah, catch
Yeah,
me
dude.
out there. All right. Hey, whatever. That's our show.
That's our show.
That's our show.